Let's take a look at how we can use orange bounding box detection and tracking with the Ultralytics new YOLO26 model. It supports all the different tasks, all the different modes directly out of the box as the other models. We just have an increase in the speed and also performance. So let's take a look at it. Let's just jump straight into it. First of all here, let's jump into our Ultralytics documentation. If we go inside the task tab, we have the orange bounding boxes down at the bottom. The cool thing about orange bounding boxes is that we can fit a bounding box much better around our objects compared to just standard object detection where we just have this fixed rectangle or square around our objects. Now we can also have an angle of our bounding box so it's rotated and fits much better. That could be very good for like drone shots, which is like top-down view. Tons of other different applications where you have a camera monitoring a conveyor belt, where you have some systems that you need to do counting on, then it's just much better to have bounding boxes that can fit around your objects. If we take a look at the documentation here, all we have to add is pretty much just the -OBB. If you scroll down, this is one of the videos that we're going to take a look at and test out. Could also be for parking management system where we need to find the occupied and available parking spot. Then it's very, very important that we're actually able to fit our bounding box exactly at the line so it's not overlapping with the other parking spots, because then again we wouldn't know what is overlapping, where is the car parked, and being able to set up the logic around that. So this is a very, very cool use case. We just get a much better fit around it. Could also be these cars driving around, where if we just had a traditional bounding box, we would have a lot more noise inside our box. It's pretty much just reducing the noise. We can fit our object better, and then you can use the angles for the applications that you're doing. Could also be calculate the rotation of an object on a conveyor belt, or pretty much just in a computer vision system where you want to do some processing around that. So this is pretty cool. And again, all the models are supported: nano, small, medium, large, extra large. We can both train our own model. We have a video covering that already, so that's pretty cool. In this video here, we're going to see how we can use the orange bounding box model to detect ships and also do tracking, so we can set up a system around that. But you can train your own model. We have a video covering that. You can run everything that we need here: prediction, export, everything. So let's just jump straight into our code. So I've opened up our code here. If you just take a look at one of the examples, we have this boat detection orange bounding boxes, and I have a Python file. Again, everything is always available down in the description, so definitely make sure to check it out. So if I open up the video file, we can see we get all these different detections of the boats, and we also get a track ID so we can track them. So when the camera moving around, we can see we keep track of the different IDs. We have 38, 12, and 4 here, and it just stays persistent across the frame, even though we have a drone rotating around. But we can see the bounding boxes, they just stay in place, even though we have a rotating aerial drone shot here. So this is pretty cool. This is the idea behind our bounding boxes. Let's now take a look at the code. So we have a class that sets up everything. You can use your own models. You can also use the YOLO Nano orange bounding box model out of the box if you don't want to train your own, and we just have to specify the model we want to use and also the source. It doesn't have to be orange bounding boxes. You can also do segmentation or not specify anything, and you will be object detection. Source, there can be anything: video file, webcam. You can specify a serial index, and we will use the webcam instead. So we're going to set up our webcam or our video capture that we can load in frames from. We set up frames, width and height, frames per second, so we can set up a video writer to just save our results. Then everything is just going on inside our run function. So it's pretty much just going to open up a video capture, read in all the frames from our camera, and then just have a while loop running through each frame. We have an annotator set up. Then we're just going to call a model.track. If you want to just run object detection, you just run predict or don't specify anything. But now just run track here. We set in our image. We want to persist it, and the class that we're interested in is just ships. So that's going to be the first index. So then we just have our results here. We can loop through it, extract all the bounding boxes and so on, because this is the model what it's going to return. And if there's any detections at all, we're just going to loop through it and then just extract all our bounding boxes, class IDs, so we can get our class names, and then we also have our track ID. Then right now we're just doing box labeling, so we just show our visualizations, but this is where if you want to apply any logic on top of it, you can do it here, and you can do the math for calculating different angles and all these things. So we write it out to our video file, and then we just show the frame. That's pretty much everything that we have. So now let's just take a look at one of the videos. So we're just going to run with the YOLO small model or in bounding boxes. We initialize our tracker and then we can just run it. So I'm just going to cd into our OBB folder. Now we can just run the Python script. It's going to load in this boat to video. It will download everything automatically the first time we run it. And now we can see we have it up and running. It's going to run on CPU. We get around 80 milliseconds inference speed on my CPU. And we're doing tracking on top of our detections. Here we have a lot of detections. We're pretty much not missing any of the ships. You could have some model pretty much just indicating if there's space in between the ships. Then you can set up like a parking management system for ships as well. This can be applied in the exact same ways to cars. So this is a very cool use case, but there's tons of use cases that I already mentioned around orient bounding boxes, which is just much better than traditional object detection. So it really depends on your application, your needs. It's just very important to know that all these tools are available directly out of the box with Ultralytics. And you can fine tune your own model. We have videos covering all of that. Let's just try out the other video as well. We just swap out the video. You can swap out the source to your webcam, and then it's just gonna run with that. I obviously don't have any ships here in the background, so it doesn't really make too much sense to run it on the webcam. We won't get any detections, but you can swap out all the different classes that you're interested in. So you can always go up and specify what classes you want to filter out or pretty much just have in. So we're only interested in index 1, so that depends on your file, your annotation file, your data YAML file, where you have specified all the class indexes with the class names when you have trained the model or you're using the pre-trained model out of the box. Everything can be found in the Ultralytics documentation as well. All the different arguments that you set, confidence scores, intersection or union threshold, all the different tracking parameters that we can fine tune as well. But everything pretty much works most of the time out of the box and you don't have to do anything. So then it's just applying the logic on top of it, building out the systems and applications. So I hope you learned a ton this video here, guys. Definitely make sure to go in and check it out. Everything is supported with the new YOLO26 model. Hope you learned a ton. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.